Hello pretties, welcome to Viv's Trail. So today I have my No Pan Left Behind Project Pan update, and I actually have a good update. I'm really happy about that because I needed that one. I really did. I'm coming to you guys with absolutely like no plan whatsoever. So I love that for me. Let's go quickly update on what I had, what I finished, and then what I didn't finish. I had the Sigma Pitch Pie palette, and I had already used the two mattes, but I ended up just finishing these ones. Actually, I ended up using these two a ton, so all of them have been used, and I can put this one away. I had my Natasha Denona Cool palette, which this was easy. I just used it one time, do the whole look with all of them, and it was easy peasy, like no concerns. I have my Natasha Denona Biba. I actually used this one a few times. I think it was like 2 or 3 times, but I used all the shades. It was super easy, not a concern. My Patrick Ta, I added it last time, and I finished it today, and the only shade that I had left that I hadn't used yet was this one right here, so I just make sure to use it in my transition shade, and I actually used this one as well, but I had already used all the other shades. This was really easy. I'm really glad I put that in. I needed a win. Alright, for my Lunar Beauty palette, this one was interesting. I did do this like really blue, cool toned eye look earlier, and that really helped because I had used already all of these shades and these two, so I ended up using both of these and this shimmer. And then today I'm actually wearing these two golds in here, and I have used this one on top of the cream brown shade, and that was not my brightest idea. Just putting that out there, but it looked good. And I'm actually wearing this shade right here in my outer corner, and it's working pretty well. So I ended up finishing this palette, using this palette right here. So another success story. I've been telling you guys, I rolled a bunch of things out. Now the only one palette that I've not finished all of the shades was this is essentially like my sparkly duochromes, multichromes palette that I have. I have a mixture. This was from About Face. These are all from Cleona. These are JD Glow. This one's Sephora. This is actually ColourPop highlighter. We're not including that in here. So my notebook, here it is. So I've used these two right here and this duochrome right over there. I've used these two from Sephora and this one, and I've used these two at the bottom right here. So I still have this one, these two, and these two right here to use. But we're making progress. I'm not too mad about the fact that this is still here, okay? And then I had two cream single shadows. This is not necessarily the end, but because I still have my ColourPop shadows. And then once I finish going through all my ColourPop, then I'm gonna start incorporating my Urban Decay Moondots, because I had to have a few of those, but we're getting there. I ended up putting my two About Face ones, and I have the shade Capulets, which I actually ended up using way more than once. I really enjoy this. And I have the shade Digital Demise, which I did not use at all. So I do need to use this one. So those are the only ones that I've gone untouched. Everything else I finished. Thank goodness. I really needed that. So I'm gonna go put that back in there. I am incorporating my last two shadow sticks that I have, and it's gonna be two from Rare Beauty. I have the shade Contentment, which, if I'm not mistaken, is like a really soft, shimmery, kind of rosy, yeah. And then the other one is gonna be like a more like deep taupe, and it's in the shade Perspective. Actually, I like Perspective the most out of the two. This is a very interesting formula. I do think that it takes a little finesse. So yeah, it's a little deeper, more taupey, goldeny kind of shade. It's quite beautiful. This is my favorite out of the two. So I'm gonna use both of these. And I've not yet picked any palette. So I'm gonna pull a few from the hat. It isn't actually a hat, it's one of these. We'll see what we get. I'm thinking I'll put 3 out. I do need to have, since I still have technically 1, I need 4, but I kind of want myself to pick one of them. But it's gonna depend on what I got going on here. Okay. We already did the Mini Viva. Okay, moving on. One more. Serenus Etendu, we have already used. I don't think this is actually completely up to date. I think I have some, I haven't added, I don't think all of my palettes are actually in this little thing. I need to update that. Sigmax Angela Bright, okay, I love that. We'll definitely do that. This one that came out, so it's gonna be the child. Have I already used the child? I've not used the child. I guess it's a good time to do it. Clip up the child. And we need one more from here. And for whatever reason, we have like a little stack. And I'm just gonna do the first one, which is the Mandalorian. Huh. They're both on theme. Okay, so I'm gonna put essentially all of them back. I know I shouldn't, but I will. So give me a second. I'm gonna pull those palettes out, and then I'm gonna pick my fourth palette. I already have in mind what I'm gonna pick. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I am back. So we have the child palette from ColourPop, and we have a guest, Gaia. It's been a little while since you've joined us. How do you feel today? Uninterested. Got it. So here's a palette. I actually have this shatter or completely fall off while on camera, so I don't even remember what video that was on. So technically I only have 8 shades in this one. I feel like this is the time to do it, right? Like this is like spring, summer-ish is the time to use these kind of shades. I'm very excited. Except for these two, I feel like all of the other ones are gonna be easy to do. So yeah, we have that one. Then we have the Mandalorian, which is its sister palette, which is this one right here. Now, I actually think these two will be a little bit of an interesting shades to try to incorporate, but the rest of them should be relatively easy to do. So not mad about it. Here we go. All right. I'm actually very excited to have this one in, is the Angela Bright. Now, the shades that I'm least excited to use are these 3 right here. Those are not my shades. I'm looking at this palette and I don't think I've ever used this orange shade right here. Like not once. I'm like looking at it and it doesn't even look like I haven't swatched it. But I actually love this palette. I love these shades right here and I love these quad right here. So this is like my least favorite, like the color foot section. I can make these two work. I can make the purple work, but this one I really don't like. So we'll figure it out. But I love this palette. I'm very excited that this is here. And then for my personal choice, hear me out. We had to do it. Like at some point this palette needs to be pulled out and I knew it was gonna be a tough day at work. And I just figured I might as well get it knocked out early because it might take a few updates to do. The big boy, the one we've all been regretting or the one we've not been looking for. The Jaclyn Hill palette, the original. It's a big boy. Well, this one will be here a while. I feel like quite a few of these shades we can like knock out relatively quickly. It's these that are gonna be a bit of a struggle. I can actually pull off these 2 top ones, not that hard, but these are just not really shades that I look forward to. So yeah, I've actually done before a No Pan Left Behind with this palette last year at some point, and I just gave up on these 2. I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. So we'll see how I do this year. We shall see. I think I pulled it out for my Deck of Painting Project Pan update, but that's what we are working with this time around. We got Jaclyn Hill, Angela Bright. We don't have any mini palettes this time. I have 2 smaller palettes. We have the Mandalorian, we have the Child, and then we have to finish this one. Actually a good thing probably that this one's here, and the Jaclyn Hill at the same time because I think it'll be easier to use some of those chromes with some of these shades here. But wish me luck, y'all. We're gonna need all the help we can get. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, sorry about that, guys. My battery died as I was trying to say goodbye. But that's pretty much it. Those are the palettes we're gonna be working with. We got Morphe, we got the 2 ColourPop palettes, Angela Bright, and then my singles. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.